When you are in a relationship, it is normal to feel butterflies in your stomach. This is especially true if you are in a new relationship or if the relationship is moving quickly. However, there are times when these butterflies turn into red flags that indicate something may be wrong. God always protects us from harm, even if we don't realize it at the time. Psalm 46 verse 1 says that God is our refuge and strength, and He is ever present in times of trouble. He knows what is best for us, even when we don't. He leads us away from relationships that would ultimately hurt us. Sometimes we need to be patient and trust that God is working behind the scenes for our good. Other times, He will make it abundantly clear that a certain relationship is not in our best interest. If you have a nagging feeling in the back of your mind that something isn't right, trust your gut. God gives us a spirit of discernment for a reason. If you're wondering whether or not God is trying to protect you from a bad relationship, here are 5 signs to look for. Number 1. When the person you're dating reveals their ugly true self and leaves you feeling unsettled. Dating can be tough. You want to believe the best about people, but sometimes the ugly truth comes out. It is hurtful when your date suddenly turns sour and says or does something that makes you feel uneasy. In reality, this may be a sign that God is trying to protect you from getting too involved with someone who is not good for you. Well, perhaps you believed that this budding relationship would turn into something beautiful. Perhaps you thought you had found the one. But then they said or did something that made you take a step back and reevaluate things. And now, you can't help but wonder if God is trying to protect you from getting too involved with someone who is not good for you. You had a glimpse of their true character, and it made you uncomfortable. Be grateful that God showed you what this person really is like before things got too serious. Even though you had high hopes for the relationship, it is better to know the truth now than to find out later down the road. Number 2. When your family's or friends' intuition turns out to be right about the person you're dating. Your family and friends know you better than anyone. They also want what's best for you. So if they have a gut feeling about someone you're dating, it's worth paying attention to. Of course, you don't want to let other people control your love life. But if multiple people who care about you have reservations about the person you're dating, it's worth exploring why. God may be using the people around you to protect you from making a bad decision. Think about it this way. If everyone close to you is worried about the person you're dating, there's probably a good reason why. If your family and friends see something you don't, and those concerns were confirmed by the action of the person you're dating, maybe it's time to listen to what they're saying. Trust that they are coming from a place of love and concern. Number 3. If the person you're dating starts hitting on someone else. A healthy relationship should be built on mutual respect, trust, and commitment. If the person you're dating is already hitting on someone else, it's a clear sign that they are not ready for a serious relationship. It's possible that they are just flirting and don't realize how it makes you feel. But it's also possible that they are deliberately trying to hurt you. Either way, it's not a good sign. If the person you're dating is already hitting on someone else, it's best to end things now. There's no point in staying in a relationship with someone who is not fully committed to you. Number 4. When you pray about it, but you still don't feel peace and it doesn't happen. A prayer is a powerful tool that we can use to communicate with God. When you're making a big decision, like whether or not to pursue a relationship, it's important to pray about it. You may not always get a clear answer right away, but if you pray with an open heart and mind, God will reveal His will to you. If you are wondering whether or not the person you're dating is right for you, but you still don't feel peace about it, that's a sign that you should probably end things. God is not going to give you a green light to pursue a relationship that He knows is not good for you. 1 John chapter 5 verse 14 says, "When we have the confidence in approaching God and ask for something that lines up with His will, He hears us." He wants what's best for you, and He will guide you if you ask Him to. It's not always easy to walk away from something that we've invested so much time and energy into, but if you feel like God is telling you to end the relationship, it may be hard in the moment, but trust that God knows what's best for you. Number 5. They're not interested in getting to know you or your friends and family. Dating someone is like peeling an onion. The more time you spend together, the more layers you peel back. Eventually, you get to the core of who they are. You learn their likes and dislikes, their hopes and dreams, their fears and insecurities. If someone is truly interested in you, they'll want to get to know every aspect of your life. They'll want to meet your friends and family, learn about your hobbies and interests, and understand what makes you tick. We learn the most about someone when we see them in different situations. Just like the Bible says, by their fruit you will recognize them. When your partner isn't interested in getting to know the people who are important to you, it's a red flag that they may not be as invested in the relationship as you are. They may not see you as a long-term partner, or they may not be ready to commit to you. Either way, it's not a good sign. Conclusion. God protects us from a lot of things, and He definitely protects us from bad relationships. He knows what is best for us, even when we don't. He leads us in the right direction, even when we can't see the path ahead. He is a faithful God, and He will never lead us astray. When you're in a relationship that you're not sure about, trust that God will guide you. He will give you the wisdom and courage to do what is best for you. He will provide a way out if that is His will.